Hello, everybody. So much being here. Welcome to Bootcamp. I am Tiffany. I am so happy to see you all. Thank you all so much for showing up to you to get some information to get some information on how you yourself can position yourself to be yourself. Today we are going to give you the decision and what it is that you need to know if your business is going to win. We are excited to help you navigate this journey of entering federal government contracting market. And my company, Forward Consulting, is hosting this training series. I'm being facilitator and giving you on what happens in federal government, how you enter the market, as well as how you can when you started in this market in 2009, due to our experiences, great experiences, we are in a great position. So, first of all, it is high time for small businesses to enter this market. There is a desire to work with new small businesses. And at the end of the day, we want to help you all show up and get you and sell your services to the government. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into the content. I want to welcome you all. Please let me know where you're tuning in from. Share your name, share your location, as well as share the industry that you're in. The federal government contract market is highly relational. Okay, it's all about relationships, leveraging relationships, networking. Businesses that are successful in this market, they basically leverage relationships. They show up at events, they introduce themselves to the small business advisors, they get leverage to Osby, they go to CTEC, and they take them to introduce their services, and from there, they are in a better position to access men and maintain. So we want to do the same thing for you and show you how we have been able to access and win contracts as well as help other businesses in this same market. So again, I'm Erin Forte. I love Jesus. I'm a mother. I'm a servant of God, and I've been for 17 years in the government sector as well as in the private sector. I am an advocate for establishing a consulting firm on a solid foundation, and we work with executives. And most of all, I love to travel. I love to do not just anything. So with that, global work is highly focused on closing the wealth gap, filling them with vetted minority small businesses, and also ensuring that we help to increase your bottom line, right? We want to give the executives and the decision makers insight on how to decide where to get started in the market. So with that, we share bootcamp, we do workshops, and we also have accelerators, and we provide a done for you solution to serve businesses in your. Today, we're going to talk about foundational tools to access and government contracts. We want to make sure that your company is set up on a solid and sustainable foundation, as well as help you to build brick by brick. Whatever components, whatever gaps are there, we want to help you fill those gaps. So with that, let's jump right into it. So why do we exist? Global Consulting Group was founded on 2009, and we help business owners with resumes and KSAs, also helping with startups and providing business advice and services and coaching. Now, today, we are digital transformation office providers. We do operation modernization, IT modernization, organization development, change management services, as well as program management. We work with the government. We also work with other small businesses that serve the government as well. So again, this is a glimpse of how we can serve you and support you. Because we are positioning you to get in the contract market, we want to also make sure that you are equipped with everything that you need to get into the contract. Okay, so sounds like there is an issue with my sound. So let me attempt to adjust that. Give me one moment. Hopefully, this is better for you all to hear me because I don't want you to miss a drop of what we have to share today. So if my sound is better, please drop a comment in the chat and let me know if it is better. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you all so much for letting me know that you all weren't receiving that information. And I'm so glad that the sound is better. So let's continue. Everything that I said prior to, I'll make sure that we transcribe it and send that information out. But it was primarily introductory information. And at the end of the day, Global Works Consulting Group is highly focused on closing the wealth gap and filling that gap with vetted minority small business owners. So, with that, since we're talking contracts and business deals, we have a contract agreement for you. And basically, we want you to commit to going to the next level. And we also want you to make decisive decisions. We want you to develop a plan of action, and we want you to get into the community and show up, build relationships, ask questions, add value, be open to partnering with other business owners to do joint ventures and get firsthand experience, okay? And ultimately, we want you to prepare to invest, reinvest, and invest again. That is the agreement that we want you all to commit to in this market, in this industry. So, again, we want to help you all develop a relationship with the federal government, help you understand how to show up, right? And how to market your services. A couple of facts about the industry. We know that federal spending hit 681 billion in fiscal year 2020, and that was actually up about 575 billion in 2019. With that, the government continued to break the records in doing business with small business, and that percentage is still going up. Okay. This is why we are having this conversation and preparing small business owners like yourself to get into this industry because there is a wealth of opportunity for you to show up in this market and offer your services and your solutions. So, with that, how do you show up? Well, first, we want to talk about some missteps that small and emerging contractors experience. And with that, a number of business owners position themselves to get into this market and they lack the proper planning. They lack the proper planning when they choose to go to market. And when they lack the proper planning, they have issues, they fail, right? They also take on projects beyond their capabilities. So, knowing and understanding your capabilities is so vitally important as a small business owner. Your portion is open and available for you to tap into in this government market. So we want to eliminate those missteps. A number of other missteps include poor communication, poor documentation management, commingling of personal and business finances, staying relevant, lack of certifications, underutilizing the diversity certifications. Now, underutilizing diversity certifications with the government is totally free. We're going to dive into that a bit more later on in the conversation. But also, another misstep is lack of developing effective relationships. I started at the top with saying that this industry is highly predicated on developing relationships. Relationships is key. So during this boot camp, I want you all to step outside of your comfort zone and I want you to, in the chat, introduce yourself by providing your name, your location, and the industry that you're in. Say hello to somebody, DM somebody. That resonates with you, or if their service and solution aligns with you, or you see a window of opportunity to potentially partner with them. Introduce yourself. Let's start networking now, right here in this space. And you can, from there, duplicate the process by introducing yourself and showing up. So, knowing that the federal government is committed to doing business with small business owners, it is vitally important that we market our solutions, right? So, a small business consists of being in the US and also having at least 51% minority owned controlled. It's defined as someone who is at least 25% Black, Asian, Hispanic, or Native American. And your company must be for profit. In order to do business with the government on a contract side, you must be for profit. And the CEO must manage and maintain the daily operations for the company. Okay. So if that sounds like you, then you're in the right place. And we want to equip you with the information on how to enter this market. So today we're going to cover the business mindset, targeting the markets in the government, and also the business posture, giving you some steps so that you can decide where to get started, where to enter the market. I believe that it is highly important that we have the appropriate mindset when positioning ourselves to do business with the federal government. Why? Because federal government uh, service is totally different from B2B or B2C. All right. B2G, business to government, it's a totally different way of operating. And once you acquire that contract, it's important that you are highly focused on serving your client and not having to work on the internal operations for your company. So we want to make sure that your company is set up and on a solid foundation and that you are in the right mindset to show up and perform. So, with that being said, I have before you four of the top mindset blockers that individuals experience that limit their success and their progress. I believe that it's important to know and understand what blockers exist. Once we understand the blockers that exist, you are in a better position to face it and then replace it. Do the work to reposition yourself and from there be able to correct that, be able to change, not trusting yourself. Position yourself to start doing some visualization exercises, saying that, okay, the government spent trillions of dollars. Why can't I get a piece of that pie? And start envisioning and seeing yourself with a lot more money, right? Seeing yourself with a lot more money, saying that, okay, I can make a million, I can make a billion with the services and the solutions that I provide. I want y'all to see my face and see the energy that I have with this right now. Okay. All right. So with that, also many people carry their family money story, right? We all come from different backgrounds, different environments in our families. And truly, many come from humble beginnings. Due to that experience, however you were raised, whatever the environment was, there are conversations that have not been had with many people. So, to deconflict that family money story and create your own narrative to change the trajectory of your life and your business, it's important that we understand and acknowledge the family money story, see the windows of opportunity. Yes, see the windows of opportunity to change that narrative with what's already in your hands, with what you are doing in your business. And then envision and tell yourself that I will be the first millionaire in my family. I will set up my company on a solid foundation, ensure that the systems are in place and it is sustainable, and I can now acquire contracts with the government. That's envisioning, and that's also saying what it is that you desire to acquire and have for your life and your business. Okay. And finally, fear of failure and fear of success. Fear of failure and fear of success, they actually go hand in hand because the root here is fear. And truly, we should fear not. There's really no reason to fear. It's face it and live through it, grow through it, get through it, and come out on the other side to be progressive and seek success. Others do fear success because there is a sense of uncertainty. And that uncertainty is what you want to conquer, right? The only way to conquer uncertainty is to move forward, get the insight, get the information, work through those uncertainties, ask questions, and you will find yourself moving closer and closer towards success. All right. So, a couple more facts. In 2021, the government spent $6.8 trillion dollars. Of that $6.8 trillion, dollars, 39 billion was awarded through the GSA Multiple Award Schedule program known as MAS. This is very important because to put in the effort to get on a GSA schedule, it is necessary. It is vitally important that we work through getting contracts through other methodologies and also paralleling that effort to get on a GSA schedule. All right. You can have a piece of this pie. All right. When we think about what the government purchased from small business owners, here are the top 10. And it cuts across everything from IT services, professional services, industrial products and services, transportation and logistics, facilities and construction, security, which is continuing to climb and go higher with security, the need for security, travel and lodging, clothing, textiles, you name it, the government buys it. Okay. I get the question all the time, what does the government buy? And when I get that question, my response is everything. The government buys everything. When you think about cranial prosthesis, when you think about hair, when you think about paper clips, when you think about parts, tires, everything that we use on a day to day to manage our life and to run our business, the government needs it as well. Okay. So there isn't anything that I can't imagine that the government doesn't buy that's legal. Let me say it that way. Okay. Of course, it needs to be legal. Okay. So that being said, the government utilizes the NAICS codes, and under these NAICS codes, you can see that there are multiple industries where the government needs your services, from utilities to finance, insurance, educational services, um, accommodation and food services, arts and entertainment. Yes, they pay for entertainment. They pay for artists. They pay for speakers. They pay for comedians. There Everyone that works in the government, that serves in the government, they're people just like me and you. They need the same things that we need: agriculture, wholesale trade, real estate, rental and leasing support. Of course, with COVID, we know that the government buys healthcare services and products, okay? There's products and services that the government has a demand for, they have a need for, and they need business owners like you and me to show up and offer these services. In addition to that, here's a more deeper dive of how you can be a vendor to the government, providing after school care programs, paving services, career coaching services, bulk mailing, landscaping, janitorial, home rehab, hauling and dumping, stationery. I'm sure there's someone that you know that offers one, two, or three of these services. You may even offer it yourself. I want you all to see the windows of opportunity to do business with the government. That's the purpose of this conversation today. We need you to see the windows of opportunity where you can fit into this picture and get a piece of the pie. Okay? We need you to get a piece of this pie and show up for the opportunities that are available to you to do business. Okay? Show up. It's all about showing up. There is a gap and a shortage of small businesses that show up. So, how do you flip that? What do you do to position yourself to show up and be equipped with how to respond, how to market yourself? Start with networking, start building relationships, start showing up to trainings. Go to your local small business centers and get your company registered. You can gain valuable insights through these inner workings, tapping into your local agencies, okay? I also want to share with you that there are agencies that spend a lot of dollars with small businesses. Here before you, you can see the top agencies that spend the big bucks with small businesses. As we know, during COVID, we saw Health and Human Services left and right. They were always on TV. As much as you saw them, they were spending and buying services and solutions and products from business owners. So many people made millions by providing masks and PPE to the government. So it's important, this slide helps you to know and understand where you could potentially get started in this market. What I always suggest and recommend to my clients is to go out to the websites of these agencies. Look at their mission, look at their priorities, look at their goals, look at their strategic plans. In those areas, you will find the answer to what they need and the answer to how you can be a solution to these government agencies with the services that you already provide and sell, right? So if I went over to Department of Veteran Affairs website, I would look at their mission. I would look at their goals. I would also look at their strategic plans. The government puts so much information out on the internet. So much of the government information is public, to include their budget. It's so important that we get the intel. And if you don't know how to get it, then you ask someone to show you the ropes. Okay? So I recommend that you all screenshot this slide and go out to the websites and read on their websites what's happening in these agencies. And there you will be able to clearly identify where there is synergy, where things align, and you will then know that's the agency I want to serve. That's the agency I am going to focus on positioning myself to win a contract and provide solutions. Okay. So, in parallel to doing your research, it's important that we market to the government. I talked about showing up earlier. Okay. They have to know that you exist. And marketing to the government, it just simply means selling. Okay. The government, they want to buy. They are in the business of buying and purchasing. Okay. They have a staff that do purchasing every single day. So they have the budget, they have a need for your service, they have a need for your solutions, and they're looking for you to buy from. So, with that being said, it's important that we position ourselves to market to the government. So, when you're thinking about preparing to market to the government, there are some questions that you want to ask yourself. And here they are. All right. Feel free to screenshot anything that you see here. This information will be available on replay, and you can go back and digest it, share it with someone on your team. I am here to give as much information as I can to help you position yourself to win. We need more small businesses in this industry. So, Global Works Consulting Group is committed to giving as much as we can, as much value to serve you and get you in the right direction so that you can win in the government market. So, hopefully, you all were able to take note of how to prepare to market to the government. I wanted to get to this slide because there is a key piece of information that you want to take the time and create, and that is known as your capability statement. Many refer to a capability statement as a resume for your business. It literally is your company information, your name, your core competencies, a list of codes, and the services that you provide. Any current projects, recent projects, and how do you differentiate yourself, right? The government wants to see your capability statement. That is the first piece of information that goes before you, and they take a look at that capability statement and are able to determine and decide if you have something that they can purchase. Okay, so a capability statement is very important for any business owner, whether you're doing business with the federal government, the state government, doing business with um, corporate. Everyone should have a form of a capability statement for their company because opportunities are looking for you. They're seeking people out, right? Um, so having that capability statement, it puts you in a better position to be able to respond to an opportunity. All right. So feel free to Google capability statement. There are some amazing capability statements out there, as well as if Global Works Consulting Group can be of support to help you develop a capability statement, reach out to us. We're here for it. So when we talk about identifying the needs of the market, that's back to the research, okay? Again, I mentioned earlier, the government puts so much information out there in the public. So take some time, go to the website, and decide where do you want to target your outreach? What agency do you want to talk to and work with? What state is the government purchasing those services the most? Where you can create the most impact? Those are some of the questions that you want to ask and solve for. And again, take a look at those budgets, look at the forecast, look at those strategic plans. because the information is out there. And the government, they're always saying, if we didn't have a minority owned business show up for this opportunity. And I'm like, we have a list of vetted small businesses that can fulfill this requirement. We're happy to supply them to you. We know that small business provides stellar services and stellar solutions. We know that there are so many small businesses that have capabilities and capacity, as well as the capital to serve on these contracts. So they need to know that you exist. And how will they know that you exist? Well, I'm going to tell you. We're going to do a cool, fun exercise. And this will get your mind thinking about what actions you need to take that will better position you to win in this government contracting market. All right. So let's get back to the slides. So the government purchases services in multiple different ways. Primarily, the government purchases through micro purchases, simplified acquisitions, and sealed bidding. Now, I know this font is pretty small. Take a screenshot. Just wanted to give you all some language because there is a totally different language in the federal government environment that over time you will get accustomed to. All right. They also do contract negotiation and the GWACs, the government-wide acquisition contracts, which is called consolidated purchasing. All right. So the government buys in multiple different ways, and they have different thresholds and values that determine how they will make a purchase to a business for a service that they are seeking out. It varies from agency to agency as to how the government chooses to purchase the solution, but ultimately it'll fall under one of the five that you see here. Now, I want to provide you all with some local resources before we jump into the readiness assessment. It's so important that we understand that we have access. We have access to the federal government market, all right? In every state, in every locality, there are small business solution services that are available to you right in your own backyard. And we want you to know about them, okay? So that you can leverage their free services. You can leverage their free services and get a jump start on getting into this government contracting market. All right. So, those services and resources include a women's business center, small business development centers. You also have a local PTEC, a procurement technical assistance center. Of course, the SBA website has a wealth of information. Get on their newsletter so that you are in the know and receiving information on what's happening in your local area, positioning yourself to show up at the face-to-face events where you can network and introduce yourself and your company. There's also the Chamber of Commerce, the urban leagues, as well as the small business caucuses and the different small business coalitions. Take a screenshot of this. Google your state name and Small Business Development Center. You can Google PTEC and your state name. It'll come right up, give you the address, give you the phone number, and also a contact. The government pays government consultants to serve you in your local area. So tap in. It's a good starting place to get your business in order and better position you to enter the government contract market. All right, so now that we have talked about some of the core foundations of getting into the government market, We want to get you crystal clear on where your company is. What is your level of readiness to enter this market? So I present to you the Rake It Up Challenge. Yay! We have a Rake It Up Challenge. It is originated here at Global Works Consulting Group. You've seen it here first. And in our Rake It Up Challenge, it's pretty cool, it's fun, it's unique, and it gives you an opportunity to assess what you have in place and where you need to do some work. So, as I want you all to grab a pen and a piece of paper. I'm going to give you a little time to grab a pen and a piece of paper as we prepare to go into the Rake It Up Challenge. And I'm going to check the comments to see if you all have dropped any questions so far. So let's take a moment, grab a pen and a piece of paper. All right, all right. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this Break It Up Challenge? All right, so for each item that you answer no to, you earn $5. I want y'all to see my face. Let me get back on the screen here. For each item you answer no to, you earn $5. Okay. So on your paper, you'll have no, you can number 1 to 10. And on your paper, your response will either be yes or no. 2 answers. Okay. We like to simplify things. All right. And we want to get you to the decision point. So for every item you answer no, 1 through 10, for every item you answer no, you earn $5. So let's see who's going to rake it up today. Action planning and execution is in session, and let's get it started. I hope y'all got y'all pen and paper and are ready for this. So here's the Rake It Up Challenge. These are questions that you want to answer for yourself in your company. Can you name one primary service that you have yielded successful results for clients? I change these questions from time to time for this Break It Up Challenge to keep it interesting and fun. But the first question is, can you name one primary service that you have yielded successful results for a client? Yes or no? It's simple. You know what type of results you've provided? You know what type of results your clients have responded to or provided? You know what type of feedback they provided? You can determine and decide what your level of success looks like right now today. So if you can say that you have yielded successful results for clients on a consistent basis, then you want to say yes. If not, the answer is no, and you earned $5. Congratulations. Number 2, do you own one professional email address? At least one. Do you own one professional email address? Yes or no? Number 2, do you have a business bank account? Number 3, do you have a business bank account? Yes or no? It's pretty simple, y'all. It can be one way or the other. I have it in place or I don't. Okay? I promise you will walk away with an action planning list. Okay? You'll have an action item list when you walk away from this session. Do you have an accounting system in place for your company? Number four, do you have an accounting system in place? Yes or no? And number five, do you have a LinkedIn account or a landing page? If y'all didn't know, LinkedIn is where it's happening, okay? For business owners, networking is limitless on LinkedIn, okay? So, do you have a LinkedIn account or a landing page? Either one will do, but I'm just here to tell you if you're not on LinkedIn, you want to get there. So, number five, yes or no? Do you have a LinkedIn account or a landing page? How y'all doing? Are y'all raking it up? Are y'all raking it up? Anybody making some money? Or y'all have a page full of yeses? We'll see in a minute. All right. So moving on. Number six, do you have a DUNS number? There are many applications that still ask for a DUNS number. The SAM account does not require a DUNS number, but many applications are still asking for a DUNS number to include acquiring certifications. Okay. Do you have a cage code? Number seven. Do you have a cage code? Number eight, can you name your top three federal agencies that you want to sell to? Now, I just showed you a list of 10. That was an opportunity to gather some federal agencies that align with the services and the solutions that you provide. But the question here is, can you name your top three federal agencies that you want to sell to? Yes or no? If the answer is no, you want to go out and do that research so that you can flip that and make it a yes and be crystal clear on your go to market strategy. Number nine, do you have a capability statement? Yes or no? I have a feeling y'all are raking it up and earning some money over there. Number nine, do you have a capability statement? Yes or no? And number 10, do you have a trusted advisor or coach? Do you have a trusted advisor or coach that is supporting you in your life and business? All right, so here is an overview of all of the questions 1 through 10. On your sheet, you should have the numbers 1 through 10 and a response next to each that says yes or no. For each item where you put no, you can now add $5. And let's do the math. I want to see some totals in the chats. I want to see how much did you all rake up today? How much money did you earn? How much money did y'all earn? I'd like to see it in the chat. Let's see how much money did you earn today? NAICS codes and cage codes is two totally different things. Okay, Miss Tarsha, she earned $35, y'all. She ranked it up today. Oh, Miss Denise earned $5. All right. Okay. Awesome. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Thanks so much for sharing your results and letting us know how much you earned today. Okay, I see someone earned $20. Okay, awesome. So the bottom line here is we have work to do. The bottom line is that we have work to do to position ourselves to understand where to get started in the government contracting market. And with that, we want to create a strategy. We want to do some research and create a strategy. How do you do that? Well, I'll show you how. Here at Global Works Consulting Group, we're here to support you in that journey. First, we want to take your action plan for everything that you answer no to. That is an item that you want to take action on and flip that into a yes, right? So, the foundation of setting yourself up for success and getting into the government contract market is to complete the items that you earned $5 on in the Break It Up Challenge. All right. Start there. Let's flip those no's into a yes. And then come back to Global Works Consulting Group and say, now what? And we will be here to help and support you. We have a Facebook group that you all are welcome to join. If you have questions, post a question in the group while you're working on your action item list, and we are here to serve you. We want to make sure that you have all yeses and you're free and clear. These are things that you can do for yourself and position yourself to put in place for your company. All right. These are foundational things. Now, I want to be crystal clear. Global Works works on both ends of the spectrum. Those that are interested in entering the market, as well as corporate companies establishing federal government divisions and departments. All right. We're working to close the gap and bring more small businesses into this market. So make sure you take action on flipping those no's into a yes from the Rake It Up Challenge. And come back and let us know how you all are doing. Now, it's important that you all understand that there are levels to doing business in the government market. There's multiple entry points, multiple pathways, and many layers. And most of all, federal government contracting is the long game. Okay? It is so important that we understand it is the long game. So start where you are. Start where you are and come up with a go to market strategy. That way, you can continue to serve your existing clients while working to acquire the government as a client. How does that sound to you all? You all can do business with the federal government, the state government, the local government. There's also the educational system. They are all open for business to do business with you. And we want to help you get there. So, that being said, know that it does not happen overnight. It does require dedication for companies that have a dedicated resource to work on building out your government portfolio, getting you in front of those government agencies. I suggest you do that. Alternatively, leverage the free resources that are available to you in your local area. And next to that, reach out to companies like Global Works Consulting Group to help serve you and support you. We have discovery calls that are open and available, and we want to make sure that you are equipped with everything that you need to go to market and win in this government contract game. All right. It is the long game, and the goal is to be procurement ready. So, with that, there are a couple things that we want you all to keep an eye on. These yield opportunity. The Biden administration is highly focused on increasing the small business contract goal. All right, meaning they want to buy more services from small businesses. So opportunities will continue to open up for small businesses across multiple industries. So do the work now to position yourself to be ready for that contract that aligns with the services and the solutions that you provide. Next to that, there's the Infrastructure Investment Act that has been approved. The dollars have been allocated. The states are receiving those dollars, and we have an opportunity to rebuild your city, to rebuild your state, and be a part of acquiring contracts. There is, of course, the field work as well as the administrative side, the professional service side. Opportunities are there for everyone in the Infrastructure Investment Act. There's also the American CARES Act, the Cybersecurity Maturity Model certification that impacts many, many businesses that are in the technology space, as well as the American Rescue Plan. A lot of dollars have already hit the streets. A lot of dollars have already touched the hands of your local governments. So you also want to go to your local government, go to your mayor's office, go to your governor's office, talk to your councilman, talk to your councilwomen, and find out what strategies or plans they have created around these dollars that they've received in their budgets. Okay? That is where you understand where the windows of opportunity for you to solution for and provide your services to the government. Y'all see how we doing math over here? Okay. We're going to eliminate the guesswork at Globalverse Consulting Group. We want to make sure that you all understand the lay of the land and how to get to the place where you can increase your bottom line. We've been in this space for a long time, okay? And we've worked on multiple levels of government, actually, all levels of government. So we are in a great position to ensure that you understand the environment that you're navigating. We have trusted advisors and we have coaches that are here to serve you. So, my challenge to you today is to take action. Take action and join our Facebook group. It's called Blazers and Heels. You will receive an email with a direct link should you have challenges looking for it on the search. If you're ready to get to work, you can visit erinporche.com to learn more about how we can serve you. We do have waiting lists for many of our solutions. We're continuing to build and increase our capacity so that we can serve more. But we are here to serve, to coach, to advise, and also to hold your hand and do some of the services for you. All right. And to book a consult to get a business analysis, take a deeper dive, a little deeper than what we went through in the Rake It Up challenge, send us a text message. Send us a text message and say access. Send us a text message that says access. Let us know that you are ready to access the government market and offer your services and solutions. Text us at 202-601-4924. Text the word access and your name, and somebody will get in touch with you and send you the link to book a consult with us so that we can do a business analysis, take a deeper dive, and eliminate the guesswork so that you are crystal clear on where to get started in this government contracting market. All right. We are here to eliminate the guesswork, everybody. There are so many layers and levels and complexities in this government contracting environment. Things are constantly changing, and we keep our ear to the ground, just so you know. We are government contract geeks over here. We keep our ear to the ground and we stay current, we stay present, and we show up in the network so that we can help serve you and point you into the direction where you can get a piece of the pie. We're committed to that and we want to serve you. So, what we have coming up is another live boot camp August 3rd. It will be a bit different from what you've seen today. Visit contractsandbusinessdeals.com. It's happening on August 3rd of 2022. Next to that, we have a roadmap to federal government contracts. This is where we eliminate the guesswork, talk, and walk you through putting the key components that are missing in place. We build together in the roadmap to federal government contracts workshop. Okay. It's happening on August 11th and 12th. For those of you that are interested, someone from my team will be in touch with you and let us know if you are ready to get a jump start. We'd love to have you at our workshop. Next to the workshop, we also have a subcontractor mastery accelerator. We want you all to achieve a level of mastery in this government contract space so that when you access the opportunities, you win the opportunities, you are in a position to maintain and sustain the contract and rinse and repeat. Okay. In addition to that, you're able to grow and expand your team while providing stellar services and solutions to the government. This accelerator will help you do just that. The government fiscal year starts October 1. They buy, they spend, they have a new budget. So we will work with you and build with you in this accelerator. So to learn more, the website is wegetcontracts.com. All right. So now that we have walked through how you can position yourself to access, win, and maintain government contracts, we want to open up this session for questions. We are just at 1 hour, and we want to hang around and give you all an opportunity to ask questions. So, for anyone that has questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. All right, we see that the text message number has been provided. I see that the Facebook group link has been provided. I'm checking the comments. Yes, make sure you watch the replay, share the replay with the fellow business owner that you see as your business bestie that you may be ready to build with. You can email Roz and get scheduled. Look, the team is making it happen. You all, I have an amazing, stellar team. We have Roz, we have Christine, we have Giselle, we have Ben, we have John, we have Sandra, we have Ty. We have an amazing team, and we are still growing. 3 others in the pipeline to be joining Global Works Consulting Group. I couldn't be more excited. We are global, you all. We're providing global services to small and medium-sized businesses, and we are growing. We're building, and we're here to serve you all. So we want you all to stay connected. You can connect with us, again, in our Facebook group, on LinkedIn, on Clubhouse, on Facebook. You can find us on all social media platforms. You can even Google us. We are Googleable, okay? Global Risk Consulting Group is Googleable. You all can Google us to learn more about what we've done in the past. We have a stellar portfolio. We have served many clients in this space and continue to grow and expand our portfolio, and we want to serve you. So check us out online to learn more about how we can support you in your journey to government contracts. I want to thank you all so much for coming to the Contracts and Business Deals Bootcamp. We are going to do this again next month. In the meantime, in between time, connect with us. If any questions come to mind, ask us. We're here to answer questions. Y'all have questions, y'all can text us your questions. Join the Facebook group. Many ways to get in touch with us. Just get connected and stay connected. Between now and August, I will be going live much more, at least twice a week, to provide you all with more information on how to take action. Action and execution is the name of the game. You've got to continue to move your feet and do the work. Okay? The great thing about this is you have support. You don't have to do it alone. And Global Works is here to serve you. So, thank you all again so much for coming. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you all next time. All right. Bye bye.